Apex Legends has a brand new collection event, and Magic Legends unfortunately shuts down. All that and more, my name's Ethos, and these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Coming in at number 5, this one is for all you puzzle fans. The Epic Games Store latest free offering isn't a big name game, but instead a rather nifty looking puzzle strategy game from developer Dan Smith. The Spectrum Retreat takes players to a mysterious hotel with an art decor flair and a whole lot of puzzles that need solving. The game is set in the near future where players wake up in the Penrose Hotel. This quiet but yet still creepy hotel is your world now, and it is filled with more questions than anything else. So it's up to you to solve the color-coded puzzles, physics challenges, and more in order to figure out what's going on. Spectrum Retreat is free on Epic Games Store until July the 8th, after which you'll need to drop $13 on it. And moving into story number 3, a brand new Witcher game is coming this month. The Witcher Monster Slayer is a brand new AR RPG developed by Spoko, a division of CD Projekt Red. Set before CD Projekt Red's Witcher series, Monster Slayer is a world in which monsters roam freely in large numbers. Witchers are newly minted group necessary for culling the creepy masses. As an augmented reality game, Monster Slayer changes the real world into a dark fantasy realm with the help from mobile devices. Players take the role of a brand new Witcher and hunt the creatures roaming across their own hometown. Prior to the game's launch on both iOS and Android on July 21st, players using the latter device can pre-register via Google Play and receive an exclusive sword to hunt monsters with. This sword provides players with a 10% XP boost. And moving into number 3, Kings Canyon and World's Edge returns to Apex Legends for a limited time with the launch of the game's latest update, Genesis. This new update dropped last week and kicks off the game's latest update, as well as introducing some balance changes and general quality of life changes. The event, titled Genesis Collection, takes players back to where it all started, with the Season 0 Kings Canyon and Season 3 World's Edge maps available as trios and duos queues in 1-hour rotations. In addition, Skulltown has been added to arenas, so those of you who've been asking for it, yes, you finally gotten your wish. Of course, events mean rewards, and there's a full rewards track with all kinds of crazy looking gear for players, including a morphing, electrified scythe, Revenant's heirloom. That is, of course, if no one hacks Apex Legends servers again. And moving into story number 2, sports game fans may have a new game to add to their free-to-play lineup later this year. According to internet rumors, and by rumors we mean that, as far as we can tell, stemmed from one statement on the VGC podcast, the company will be taking the game free-to-play when it launches later this year. It should be noted that just a bit before the discussion about PES, the cast mentioned something about Konami's other titles, and Andy Robinson noted that he was correct about the statements he made about their other offerings recently, so there's always a chance he'll be correct here as well. Unfortunately, the cast doesn't seem to elaborate on the free-to-play mention, as they briefly discuss the game's demo and then shift back into Konami's other offerings. And finally, moving into number 1, your biggest story of the week. If it seems like it hasn't been long since Magic Legends became playable, well, you're right. The free-to-play ARPG went into open beta just a mere 3 months ago. Being that young, however, hasn't stopped the bad news coming out from the team Cryptic Studios and Perfect World Entertainment. In a post of the official site, the Magic Legends team announced that the game would be shutting down the cash shop effective immediately in preparation for the whole game to go offline on October the 31st. This means that the game will have been open for just 7 months upon shutting down and never made it to an official launch. In a statement, the executive producer Steve Riosa says that the team's vision for Magic Legends missed the mark. He goes on to thank the team, expresses pride in what they did accomplish, and thanks Wizards of the Coast. Riosa hopes to take lessons learned from the game's development to improve the development in other Cryptic Studio projects. Now, if you did spend any cash on this title, don't worry. Any purchases made in the Zen Store or PWE's Arc Launcher or the Epic Game Store will have their entire purchase prices refunded. The in-game store will convert over to Aether as the primary currency, so you can buy anything you want for free in-game currency moving forward. This doesn't mean that there'll be no console launch for the game, and as for the future, well, that remains a possibility, but probably not as big as the FAQ states that at this time there are no plans to reinstate Magic Legends in the future. And that moves us to the question of the week. With Magic Legends shutting down, let me know in the comment section below, well, what did you think of the game? Why do you think it possibly failed this quick? If you've played it before and you might have some insight, or maybe as an outsider something maybe didn't captivate you about the game, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmobomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.